first of all, thank you for coming in such a short notice because we figured out that we have to finish this class before my first game. So thank you for helping me for that, and I'm sure I'm speaking for my team as well, and Coach Hazen. So thank you for that, and thank you for coming, and thank you to Professor Riggs for coming as well. So my senior project is a one-credit class. For me, it was because I needed one more class to fill out the credits needed for CIS classes. And the main idea on the beginning was that I helped Josh Eaton with a networking rack. My part was the PC, like hardware and PCs over there, so which was a cable management and KVM on the cable management as well. That was the first part of the project. Second part of the project I got introduced a couple days ago, which was for Professor Riggs for his personal website, which I'm going to talk more about later. And this senior project had two parts, and as I said, the main part was a website that it was mocked up, introduced, and some designs already and templates made for, and we will see where are we going to go after that. And idea after this is to some of the interns to pick up this project where I left off and try to build a template after it, so it can get that like a final stage where we can leave it into someone else's hands and so they can finish it up. So first part of the project, as I said, was networking rack, and second part of it was added a couple of days ago, was to check and make sure that all of the ports in lab 110 and 111 of the party center were working, and if they were not, to fix them. And here is the networking rack after the cable management. I'm so sorry, I didn't have time, and I didn't have space, honestly, to take a picture before it was, but here is like how it set it up. So we have a router switch. Oops, oh, that's router switch, which makes three stations for 2 students per station. So the 6 students can observe this station at the time. Down here is the KVM that is connected to 3 different PCs, and additional PCs can be hooked up on this KVM. Here is the patch panel. On this patch panel, we have all of the ports that are console ports, which means that ports where we can configure the switches or routers and make a VLANs as well. They're all connected to this patch panel, so student doesn't have to go every time behind the rack and stretch and plug it back. So all of them are here on the switch and on the router. We pulled also 2 ports from the carry side, actually from our lab, so they have like a direct access to internet. And also I pulled the 2 cables here, so they have that like also like in a short space. That was the main part. Here is some more picture of the power cable management and just for the KVM management here. Okay, second part was the website proposal from Mr. Riggs. He introduced me with the idea of 2,500 miles of art of culture in Missouri. The idea of this is pretty much to group people that are interested in art and cultures, and to be probably one click from their theater art exhibit, so they can go up on this website and see the gallery or art exhibit or theater somewhere next to them. How he said Missouri is divided in 3 pieces, which like from north to south, and we would have like a north, central, and south goes down to Ozark Lakes, if I'm right. So if we would go to this website, we could find, let's say we're looking for Hannibal. We're interested to coming in Hannibal and staying in Hannibal for a, let's say for an exhibit. We would go to this website. We will look for the art exhibit or theater. And they would be on the website, which I'll show later. And they also can look for the traveling informations, how they can get there, and also maybe to take a tour of the Mark Twain's caves, maybe like downtown. So they would have like many features on the one website. So if they already come to one place, if you wanna just add something more, just feel free to stop me and just add. So the idea, so they can come and see. So if we wanted, for example, to go to Fox Theater in St. Louis, we would go to this website, maybe book a ticket for the Fox Theater, and also go see an arch. And some of the traveling agency, they would have a guide that could show us there. So the idea of that is, and this is also, this would be, for this website would be a non-profit organization, which would mean that the website would feed off of sponsorship and money that are given to the website. And how they would be given, it would be advertising their art exhibits and advertising their plays and such. So that's how, and depends on the amount of the money that they would give to an art exhibit, or for advertisement on the website, they would get paid. They would get paid, and if they give more money, donate more money, they would be on maybe main page, and if they don't donate less, they would be on the side page where it's also like achievable. And it's easy to reach, but they wouldn't be like maybe on the home page. Another thing was that we thought is logo. I made a logo, and I made a little simple template, which I'll show in a little bit. So outline and the mock-up of the website. It's really similar to Iowa Cultural. What's the corridor? So it looks like we would have a logo here. Here would be the buttons and links for the rest of the pages. Here would be buttons for social medias and links of the 2,500 miles of art of culture. So here we would have that big slideshow. What are the upcoming events, and what are maybe some of the main events that even we want to move from our region, let's say to maybe go to St. Louis and see a play or something like that. So here would be blog news. Blog news would be something like that. That is, we would have a video and maybe short, maybe 30 seconds to 40 seconds video where we show a play on that blog, and we would have like on the side description of that video and what's going to be shown. Here are the future events, and here featured events, and here are the latest news. And here we would put some advertisement for the website. So who would donate money, and maybe friends. And also, I forgot to mention, this would be also good, as Professor Rick said, that we could introduce some churches and their camps over the summer, during the year. So also people, as we saw, how we have here people that come over the summer and help the school paint the school and help us. They also could travel and find some of the destinations on this website, and also come see the play, help a little bit, and maybe stick around for a little bit longer. This is how blog page would look like. So here would be YouTube video, here would be video description, header and footer. They would probably stay the same just for the continuity, to be in, like in a one piece, so we can change this easy and people wouldn't get lost on the website. And here's the another page that would be like probably like a regular page with the content here, content there, and maybe some advertisement where, and we also can expand this and we can put as much content as we want. Okay. So another thing that I did was the logo of the website. So this is 2,500 miles of art, of culture. I put the little Missouri outline border and just added some. I looked up a lot on the website and museum websites, what the fonts they use, what are the colors. So that was probably like, research was maybe one of the biggest parts that I did, just because it was so much to learn about, because we usually do some IT websites, but this was more historical, so you can't put like a really aggressive colors. You have to put some nice and calm colors, and to have the definition that it is not like a shund or kitsch. I don't know if you have those words. They're like a new, like fancy and stuff. So they would have to be like a simple and clear as well. So I came up with this template, which we have here, logo. All of this design was made in Illustrator, which means that it's vector-based and we can stretch this as much as we want. So if someone wants to take over the project, they would have all of this, and all of this is included into a website. So here would be like that slideshow, how it would look like, description of the slideshow. Here would be advertisement, social medias, blog, featured events, and latest news. And again, we always could expand this. So we would make header and footer this be floating up and down, so this could stretch. And even if we wanted to put more news or less, so they would compact there. So that would be probably the home page, and this is how it will look like the blog page, as I said. So here it would be like the videos of the play that is going to be shown, or maybe the art exhibit, and here is the description, and the advertisement again depends on the donations. So the business side of this is probably that, now I'm probably more talking to Professor Riggs about this, will be that size of the website, it really depends when it's built. So I can't tell you how much money it's going to take for hosting, but definitely CIS Lab couldn't do it, just because maintenance of this website, it's really great idea and it's really big, so someone would have to be on constant maintenance for that site, if not daily, maybe at least weekly. And I don't think we have that much manpower to do and to be committed that much. So we couldn't probably host that, but I talked to people, Jarek, and he said that the Velocity company in Quincy does that professionally, and they said that GoDaddy is probably one of the cheapest and biggest and largest host companies, and also that I was recommended by Jared was the Rackspace, and Velocity company used the Rackspace, and you can expand it, and I think for this it's very important to buy a host that you can always expand. Why? Because if your website expands, you can expand your website, and also the website would, depends on the size and depends how large it's going to get. It's very important to have backups, and backups can take much more or less space, depends again what do you want to back it up on the website. Probably the main issue that I faced was that, as you said, people donating money, non-profit organization, it's really hard for security for CIS students to do. So I would highly recommend to maybe hire third party company or third-party person that does that for a full-time job, where they can just maybe attach their piece of the website to ours, if we would build that, so it would be really secure. I really think that this is going to grow, so probably like thousands of dollars would go through that, and that would be really risky for someone who doesn't, maybe who's doing this for first time to risk that much. So maybe what we could do is, as I proposed already to you, was that you can link this website to your PayPal account and have people send you money on the PayPal. So that would be probably one of the safest way that we would possibly do. But exchanging credit cards number and storing them in a database, that would be probably out of our reach most of the times. We could try, but I wouldn't risk it for thousands of dollars. It just and I think that's it. If you have any questions, or if something was unclear, please let me know. Professor Riggs, any questions? Or
I think you pretty well captured everything we talked about. And I appreciate the research you went into as far as the mechanics, with PayPal, things like that, and the fact that security is a major concern. And I really hadn't thought of that, so that gives me some more food for thought. Other side of it, I think you did a really good job capturing what we're trying to do, basically drilling down to the local level. So, website, something like that, Fabulous Fox has its own ability to get the word out, so that would be included. At the same time, places like HLG, we have a lot of good exhibits throughout the year. Hagerman Art Gallery, we have one just in December, and we have them throughout the year. People don't know that unless they're going to the HLG website.
yeah.
So this would sort of be a one-stop shop, and it would be.
Yeah, this would be probably like a main tree of the branches that are coming to one website, which would show from the maybe one click you could see probably whole Missouri, or at least your north, central, or south area of the state. So I really think it's really good idea. It's just like it's massive. So I think like probably team of people would need to work on this, not only like on designing website, but as you said, like on the security side and maybe database, and depends if you want to include some other websites as maybe like Fox Theater, and they want to have their advertisement on your website, so you would have to talk to them and like make a link between them, how you would guys update that or something like that. So for the template and for the designing website, I'm sure HLG students can do, and maybe from the framework and looking something like this, like really close and inputting this, but linking with third parties, that would be just maybe more like a lawful question for a lawyer or something, just because donating money through some like accounts that are, maybe you look that they're sketchy. Let's say like you want to pay on the give money to the website, and you click for the to give money, and another pop-up window shows, and instantly, like in your mind, you're like, something's wrong here, just because it's taking you to the another site, a website where you have to put your credit card information or something. So I think that would have to be like really, really secure, just so also again people trusting you that they can give you money and they're gonna be safe there. Yes? You
drew your mock-up and your template.
Yes.
You said you did it in Illustrator?
I did it in mock-up, I did in Glyphy. We use that program in web development, and My template I made in Adobe Illustrator. I had to watch a lot of tutorials and videos to learn a little bit more about it. I did couple logos, but this is nothing like template because you have so many little details that they have to be there.
And just for clarity, this template is not a working web page, is it?
Yes, yes, correct.
It is
It's
a
not-
picture
it's not
of what it could look like.
Exactly.
Is that the norm in web design? Do people do this in real life, to lay
Yes,
it out
the
first,
reason
or?
is why. So in this particular case, I would send this template from Illustrator to Professor Riggs, and he would tell me, yeah, I don't like this black, or I don't like this, I don't like this blue, I don't like this logo, I don't like this button. So instead of coding and typing, you can really, really fast make like a picture of the template, how it's gonna look like, and send him back, and he said, yeah, that's it. So why people do that, because they usually hire web developers to code for them. But if you ask a web developer to code for you like 5 times over and over, it will cost you much more money. So it's much easier to have a final design and just give it to a programmer to program it, and he will just code it out, and your customer will be happy instead of